Hello, sirs and madams, and welcome back to more Ocarina of Time. And today we are going to get forced into a conversation by Navi telling us that lava pits are apparently going to hurt us. Um, so yes, this is Dodongo's Cavern, the second dungeon in the game, and this dungeon's fairly simple. It's not too big of a step up from the Great Deku Tree. It's oh wow, that's a weird place to pause. I'm an idiot. So right here we're encountering Beamos for the first time, and I did just pause to try to go equip bombs, but the thing is, we don't really have bombs yet. They will be the main item in the dungeon. For now, we're gonna have to settle for bomb flowers, which we've been introduced to in the last episode with Goron City. And I can show here that we can kill Beamos with bomb flowers. That's what I was trying to do to that one in the center room. You can't really do anything about that one in the center room. This should just be the dungeon map, so let's go ahead and get that. Really, the map and compass are going to be useful here, just very, very mildly. And by that, I mean they help you find what exits to go out in some of the rooms in this dungeon, because there are a lot of rooms in this dungeon where it's kind of hard to figure out what door to go into, and that's really all I have to say there. But this dungeon as a whole, it's fairly linear. It's really just like a big circle. This is like the main room, and we're just gonna like circle around the dungeon and come back like the other side over there, and you'll see how that works. This guy over here, this is a scrub merchant. I think this is the first time we've actually seen one of these. I'm not gonna deal with him. Actually, well, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna deal with him. But basically, if you knock a nut back at him, he will offer to sell you something. That one, in that case right there, will actually sell you a Deku shield. Don't know for how many rupees. I'm hoping I don't have to really worry about that. As you can see, I have my my Hylian shield here, and I'm embarrassed. I don't know how to open that door. I don't know how to open that door. I seriously don't. I'm wondering if I have to go to I'm pretty sure I have to go to the other side. I'm blanking. I'm really embarrassed that I'm blanking on the second dungeon. To be quite honest, this is probably like the least memorable dungeon in the game. So I guess it would make sense for me to forget what to do. I don't think there's a ladder over here to get to this side. There's ladders to get to the other side, but I don't think there are ladders to get up here, so we do have to wait on this platform. Yeah, I was supposed to come this way first. I can't believe I forgot how to do that. So bomb wall here, another Beamos here. Beamos are usually... Oh wow, I messed that one up. Like in 2D games, Beamos are probably my most hated enemy, but in 3D games, they're really not that bad. I mean, in fact, in 2D games, they're not really terrible. They're not really... Re-say that. Pronounce your words. They're not really killable, not carable. I'm so stupid sometimes. But yeah, they're not really killable in the 2D games, but they're always killable in the 3D ones, so they're really not as threatening as they are in the 2D games. Anyway, there are two bombable walls, so I feel like this one over here should help me open that door. I feel like that you should be able to open that door right away on the other side. So let's blow up this one. I don't remember what's in here. Maybe just something useless. Yeah, it's a gossip stone. Okay. Wow, I'm kind of surprised at just how much I'm forgetting about this dungeon, like, right off the bat. I feel like I should know this pretty well. Okay, so right here we're going to be introduced to Dodongos. Obviously, you know, this is called the Dodongo Cavern, so naturally we're seeing a lot of Dodongos here. These are actually baby Dodongos that we're seeing here. And I guess they killed each other. The thing is, whenever you kill a baby Dodongo, and a big Dodongo for that matter, they blow up when they die. I'll demonstrate here. And actually, you could use one to blow up this wall here. I mean, of course, you can just come back here with bombs and blow it up, but I'd like to just do it now using one of these. Hit him, I might get damage. No, I won't get damage. Alright. So you can use that strategically to open up this. This just leads to a gold skulltula, so I'll go ahead and grab this really quick. A lot of keys here. Forgot about those. There's a lot of keys in this dungeon, and actually, as you saw right there, yeah, when they go through torches, they actually catch fire. And I think this is the first time we've actually seen fire keys, which are super annoying. They are the exact reason why you do not want to come in here with the Deku Shield. And there are other reasons, of course. There's plenty of enemies here that blow fire. Okay, so let's grab this. Again, I plan on getting all the Skulltulas in all the dungeons. And this is actually another one that you cannot get all of them in your first run. You actually have to come back here as an adult. So, we'll be doing that much later. Oh, damn it! I was hoping to get up there without getting hurt. Oh well. Okay, so here we have a blue switch. I'm pretty sure blue switches are always ones that you have to have something hold them down. That's something that I really like about this game, is that it has a clear indication of what switches stay down when you press them and what switches you have to like hold down. The blue ones you have to hold down with something, and the yellow ones you just have to step on them and that'll be good enough. And there'll be different color switches that we'll go into later that have different ways of pressing them. But anyway, we can just move on and see what's in here. A useless hallway with a couple keys, no big deal. This game has a lot of useless hallways. Oh, and here is our first mini-boss. The Lizalfos, or no, it's Lizalfos in this game. These can actually be pretty tricky if you're not patient. The way I like to fight them is I just like to block, attack. That's generally how I do it here. This is actually a pretty good example of this game having enemies take turns in fighting you. These guys will not fight you at once. At least, very rarely will they fight you at once. I could probably be a little bit more aggressive on these. But these things can really knock you around if you're being too aggressive. But yeah, I mean, you see the other one just kind of waits over there. You gotta watch out for those jump attacks. I think they do like 2 hearts. I really don't know how much these guys do, but I want to find out. And then yeah, you could fall into the lava, and that can be a real troublesome situation when that happens. They don't do anything else except attack with their sword. They don't blow fire or anything. Not really land. I'm kind of like chopping away like a chimpanzee there, so oh well. It was a little bit sloppy, but I didn't get hurt, so that's really all that matters. Ooh, I almost fell into the lava there. I took a quick turn there because I saw those pots, so I want to make sure I get up to full health. So, yeah, that wasn't too bad. I mean, really, like, the strategy that I use there is the strategy that I use in almost every enemy that, like, kind of fights back in that kind of way. Enemies that have swords and that defend themselves, which really, I guess those don't really defend themselves, but, like, generally the way that I fight in this game is I like to block, counterattack, and just repeat the process like that. These are big Dodongo, so what we have to do to these is attack them in the tail. You have to be really careful when you hit them, though, because they're going to like turn around immediately, and that will hurt if they hit you with their tail. And of course, they blow fire, so that will also be dangerous if you're using your Deku Shield. I generally don't fight those locked on, as you could tell there. It's really hard to land hits on them when you're locking on, because there's 2 lock-on points to the big Dodongos. I guess I can try to demonstrate that. Like, you lock onto the front? No, maybe not. It's not giving me a second lock-on point. There should be 2 lock-on points. Maybe they do that in Majora's Mask and they don't do it here. Or maybe it's Twilight Princess. The Dodongos in Twilight Princess are pretty much the exact same way. Yeah, I don't know why I like fighting them not locked on. Like, generally, the rule of thumb with just about any 3D Zelda is you'd never want to fight, like, locked off. You always want to be locked on. And I don't think you have to take all these out, but I'm just going to do it so they're not bothering me. There is a, we're just doing a torch sliding puzzle in this room, so it's not too big of a deal, but I want to make sure I get rid of these guys so they're not bothering me. It is pretty smart to get rid of all of them. So, yeah, this is pretty simple. I can finally de-equip that stupid letter. I don't know why I've had that equipped for so long. And we can just get a Daking Stick and do the classic torch lighting. You want to be pretty quick here, though. Don't mess around too much. It's pretty much just a straight line, from what I remember. Yeah. Again, like I was saying earlier, you really want to pay attention to your map in these rooms, and really, it doesn't just apply to this dungeon, it applies to the game in general. You always want to keep an eye out for rooms off to the side, because even though they may not be important for the main dungeon, they are important to look out, like, it is important to look out for those, so you can look for Skulltula rooms. So that's really all I have to say there. But, I guess we're gonna make a way across there, and we're gonna end this episode actually pretty soon. I'm gonna try to keep these rather short. Like, in general, this LP, I plan on keeping the episodes a little bit shorter than I usually do with the Zelda LPs. Just because I want this game to last, and that's really it. I'm dragging it out, I'm gonna admit it, I'm dragging it out. So, yeah, I'm gonna end this episode right here, and next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, please stop doing that. Stop forgetting the name of the game. This is the most popular Zelda game ever. Next time on this game that I don't know what it is, we will continue with Dodongo's Cavern. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Mike1217, and I will see you next time.